Hi everyone. We're in the season of holidays. I love it. Christmas and we're approaching New Year's really soon, next week actually, a week from tomorrow, New Year's Eve. So basically wanted to end my tapings. Well, this one's taped. I'm usually live for my truth, know your truth. I'm sorry, know your truth, real talk. My truth used to be my old name, but I changed that. Know Your Truth, Real Talk with me, Judge Desire for Knowledge. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry, I apologize. I love going live and interacting with you, but I have a few festivities coming up tonight, and actually, in a few, I'm gonna let my hair down. I'm going out to Pad. Basically, well, we're going out to party, hubby and I. So basically, I wanted to come and finish this up. It probably won't be at 3 today, Saturday, the 23rd of December, but it will be put up tonight when I get home. Probably for late night tonight or tomorrow for your watch and views. So I thank you for watching this tape. I hope this message reaches all those who are in need of it. And so, as I was stating, the New Year's is coming up. So I should have done this tape in the week of New Year's, but I wanted to do it ahead of time, So the title and the topic for me, for us this week, is that list of tips and things that we may need to say to others before 2024. So basically, it's lips list of tips and things that need to be said. So sometimes we have things we need to say and we don't say it. But again, in some of my videos, I have boundaries, setting boundaries. So I've been setting my boundaries this year, especially 2023. And not to be harsh, though, when you're setting boundaries, but to stand your ground in setting them. So this is particularly the same thing as that. But, those that can't do it, maybe they'll get their strength up to be able to do so in a kind manner, but just let it be known, because if people don't know that you have boundaries, they definitely will step on it. So I started to think about that, and I wrote a list that I've seen some stuff going around on social media and things, and I combined in my own ideas, and I said, well, you know what, these things need to be said. So one is, you have a great job, right? And you're not someone, but you're not someone else's ticket meal. Like, people see that you have a great career, a great profession, and all of a sudden they're your best friend only because of it, or they want to date you because of it. Now you're their meal ticket. It's not your money. So don't act like it is. If it's not your money, don't act like it is. Basically, these are things that you need to say to people when they start acting like, and that they're not real friends, true, authentic, then this would need to be told before 2024, so that they don't step on your toes in 2024. Also, you have a nice, home with extra rooms available, and you host now and then. And but guests and family, they come and now they want to live there. It's like you can invite people to your homes and stuff, and then you let them stay one night, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this often," and then, "Oh, can I stay a month, or can I stay a week or a month?" But they want to live there, and it's not just a visit. It's just for overnight. Don't play yourselves. Do not. This is not to live long term. I mean, you got to let people know that this is not long term. I mean, you could be nice and beautiful about spending a night over someone's home, but when people take advantage, whether it's family or friends, then you need to intercede and say, listen, no, you're not staying an extra night. You need to go home now, because then you're going to have a long-term commitment with someone that actually pushed themselves on you to stay in your home. That's stepping boundaries. that is definitely stepping over boundaries. And that's not what we want to do in 24. We want to set up boundaries, I should say. There's another one that you build your wealth, your profession around you. You take care and do what you're supposed to do while, other people watch and wonder how you do it. but you sacrifice all your monies, you do what you need to do. Family, friends, co-workers, thinks you're rich and want to borrow or rely on you no matter what, oops, sorry. I lost, oh, so sorry about that. My microphone. A lot of people think that because you worked hard that you're doing something extra. No, you actually figured out how to save your money and utilize it in the right manner. For instance, investing on yourself, your home, a condo, whatever, while other people are investing in sneakers, jewelry, and cars. And then they're looking at you like, how did you get that? And our titles are either the same, or even if I have a lower title or higher title, they're always thinking, oh, you're rich, and want to borrow from you, thinking, oh, you have it, you can do it. Um, these are the people that you want to tell, you that they need to get a job if they can't, or financially set themselves straight for themselves. Stop watching other people, and this is why they don't have what they have, what you have, or vice versa. It works both ways. Um, they rely on you to borrow and to fulfill everything for them if they have a late bill or something. And I've seen this in the past, and it's happened to me maybe once, twice, but I no longer help like that people that are actually working. I would rather help the homeless and those with less than. If you have a job, get up and do something for yourself. Utilize your money right. Stop trying to pay designer clothes at full price when you know your check doesn't make it. See, things like that, and invest in real long-term things. And people don't think about that, but then when they watch you do it, then they have something to say. Oh, I never want a home. I heard a coworker tell me, oh, I never want to own. Oh, yes, you do. You want to own. You're just jealous because you haven't done it before me. But who cares? Just do it. I mean, I don't know what the problem is with that one, but yeah, these things need to be told. And children grow up and believe in your future, and your fortune, and your money that you actually created for yourself by saving and taking care of them when they were little, and they believe that they have it good now. Well, I don't have to work too hard for it because now my mom or dad has it, and so I'll just sit back and do whatever I want and rely on whenever they move on and pass on. That'll be my money. No, no, that's not it. You got to build your own legacy, build your own by working not hard, but working smart. And by doing so, you also can attain what your parents attained instead of sitting there and waiting for them to take care of you for the rest of your life. So now you don't want to work nowhere because you've been told, oh, this and this, your parent, one or the other parent has it. So, if you don't do it, you don't do it. You don't get this accomplishment or make this accomplishment. Your daddy's rich or your mother's rich. You get. No, that's not how it works, because at the end doesn't determine whether you're going to get it either way. So you might as well just, for your own backup plan, those that are takers, I advise you, and children takers, adult takers, whatever it is, I advise you to have a backup plan of your own money, because it's not going to work that way. Not after this show anyway, because people need to get their boundaries set. In other words, cojones, as we say in Spanish, but I didn't want to use that word. If you all know what that means, then I won't repeat it, but boundaries, okay? And this includes our children, family members, whomever, co-workers, wives, husbands, whoever. You got to have boundaries with when it comes to, yes, in a partnership, it's both ways, but sometimes it's one way on one person and the other person's not fulfilling their job. So this is why I brought that subject up as well. And don't ask for a ride to anywhere if you don't have gas money to chip in. Like if we're spending an hour on the road and the miles are over 80 or even 50, 30 miles, it's nice to $2-3, but you're doing 80 miles, taking someone somewhere, taking them back. $5 if you can't pay the the gas total, at least contribute to it, because it's not free. You run out of gas all the time, and whether the person has it or not, stop looking at what they have and contribute by as a thought of let me be really considerate, because this person didn't have to do this, they didn't have to take the time, and they didn't have to utilize their mileage or their car for me. And that is a good thing to have going into 2024. Set up your boundaries, let people know, because things are tight nowadays and we're not certain about how everything is going, and you want to set yourself up to always have and not be used by others and takers and people that don't, you know, wouldn't do it for you. Because I've seen a lot of people that wouldn't do it for me, but I would do it for them. So now I've set up boundaries where I'll let you know when and if I will. How about that one? Don't borrow money with the intentions of not paying it back, because you may need to borrow from that person next time and it will be a no. That's a good one. Yeah, it'll be a no. No for me. If you come in with intentions that I'm just going to throw money at you and you think, "Oh, I have to ask you to borrow it." Yeah, you're going to pay me back. But don't come in with those intentions, in other words, because it'll be a no the next time. Also, if you're married and yeah, if you're married, don't take advice from single people. That's why they're single and not you. You're not. All right. They usually don't give great advice. I remember when I was single, I wouldn't even advise people, even though I was married before, because I didn't want to give them what happened in my first marriage, any negativity towards this. So I would be quiet, and most people need to shut up sometimes or be quiet, whichever way works for you. Callete. Um, because if you don't have something good to actually give someone to nourish as a partnership, just because you're not in one, then don't say anything at all. Please keep your mouth shut, because that's why you're single. Sometimes they will give their advice, and this is why I didn't say much, because I didn't have a great first marriage. I was too young and it just didn't work out, and thank God for that. Mutually, thank you, God. But the thing about it is that instead of talking bad about marriages, I started to just say, I will never marry again, and that's it. So instead of using that as advice, you just keep it to yourself. No, I don't have anything good to say about it, and leave it. But don't encourage someone just because yours didn't work out and you're not doing well, or you're single and you never been married, so you're pussyfooting around, excuse my expression, and now everyone has to suffer because you did. Nope, that's not good. That's not positive. That's a negative. And so in this 2024, we need to be very, we need to think more about what we're saying to people and encourage them more, instead of letting them down just because someone needs to help you as well as you need to help others, right? I think so. That would definitely help a lot of people in the world anyway, on a positive note. And if you don't have something good to say, like I just said, don't say anything at all. It's best. Just like I did. I had to teach myself, you know what? Instead of making it bad for that person, I don't have any advice to give them on marriage when I wasn't, and when I was single, because I've heard so many single people say the wrong things to people that are married, and it comes to a part where the couples break up because they take that literally, the advice. I mean, that's not for you to actually give someone advice on. So if you've never been there, and if you haven't, it's been rocky for you, then don't share it. Just say, no, you know what? Just love each other and see what happens from there. Listen to each other, and whatever positive you can give that person, you give them. But please don't give them negative. It's not good, Anyway, so, and most of all, this one, don't take people for granted. It's not nice, and you may need them again one day, and that's the part, and end up regretting it. Because I remember a scenario when I had a boss, and she was like cutthroat, even though I'm a great worker. This was a long time ago. I won't mention. Thank God I was not there, but she was cutthroat. So one day I took a stand for myself, and I brought my union against her. And so the bigwigs came, and the way she was treating me, I was putting harassment on her file for harassing me and treating me unfairly. So basically, long story short, the bigwigs happened to be friends that I worked with previously who actually trained me for the job years ago, who made it big. So you don't know who you are going to be, um, who could be your boss, who could be someone that you're going to need later in the future. So be nice to other people and don't take people for granted, because that person may be your boss. They may be the person that you want to buy into business, whatever the case may be, professionally. And you can lose everything. So, long story short, my boss was impossible. She couldn't believe that the big wigs were my friends. So, and they let her know it too. And so I got much respect after that, even though I had worked at that place for years. Same system, but different area. She gradually started to dislike me because I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say that, because I was smart and I knew what to do, and I didn't need people's help, or her help. I don't know. I really don't care. The point was that when it came to I got fed up, I got fed up. And so then I took her, as you should, the steps that you should take at a job, which I have in one of my videos in my Legal Matter shows. And that's pretty good. That legal matter of workplace rights. So yeah, that everyone needs to do. Stop being scared, worrying if you're going to have your job. It's civil service. You got your job, unless you're doing something that you shouldn't have. If you're not civil service, look into it. There's steps you could take, but this is not the Legal Matters show, so you could go back and watch my videos on that. I will have a Legal Matters show coming up next week, and it's a surprise of what that's about. I think I said what it was about, but I'm trying to move on because I'm late for getting out of here. Okay, so that's why you don't take people for granted, because you never know who could be someone you either going to need funding for a nonprofit. They can become your boss. They can become the person with the decision making over your future, your life. So please don't take advantage of people. I know I don't, and it was so fulfilling to see my boss's face the way it looked. I transferred right out without any holding back. I was so happy, because it was hard for me to transfer out, and that's how I knew she was keeping me stuck there. So these people that are in positions to do so don't realize that even though you may not have been in that position they're in, that you may also have people in higher positions than them that you have been good to, that can help you later. So that's why it's really important to do so, whether you like your job or not. If you don't like it, get out. Work somewhere else or transfer to another division. And so that's one of my number 10s. Don't take people for granted. And the lesson here is to be wise in 2024, about who you keep by your side, and who you discuss your business with, and who you truly invest your time with, and who are basically there because you have to release those people who aren't there to be by your side, but they're just there for your, basically they're there for a ride at your expense, whether it's monetary, whether it's time, or whether it's just energy, energy vampires. You'll know. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas, God's blessings, and I'm wishing you a very happy and safe one. Please don't drink and drive. Even if you get arrested, Monday is Christmas. Sunday will be arraignments. You may get out unless you have a warrant. Take care now. Thank you for joining me, Judge Desire for Knowledge, on Know Your Truth, Real Talk. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like this. There's more to come. Hopefully next week we'll be live. It's going to be New Year's weekend. I'm going to try to go live again. I mean, today's not live, but I'm going to have one tape for Legal Matters show, which is my monthly every 4th week show. That's always taped. And Know Your Truth is live. So if it's not, check me out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, not really Twitter, Tumblr, Thread, Facebook. All right, now, Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a great one. Ciao.